Sure, Makeng and Injan. I'm alright. A little bit tired. Didn't even get time to straighten up my hair this weekend. Last week we talked about watching your company, watching what you say to who. Not everyone that is for you is for you. And so that's not everyone that you need to tell what you're doing. And so there are times in your life, guys, when you're doing the right thing. Times in your life when you're pulling the right strings, you're following the rules, you're following instruction, you're doing things the way you're supposed to be doing, and the universe just keeps smacking you in the face. To the point that sometimes you'll even question yourself, like, am I on the right path? Am I getting smacked like this because I'm doing something wrong? No. I like saying this, guys. Parked cars don't get into accidents. It's when you're moving that you get into an accident. You're moving and the guy in front of you is too slow and the guy behind you is trying to say you too slow, trying to bump into you. There's friction that you're going to get if you're moving. And even worse, there is friction that you're going to get if you're moving in the right direction. So sometimes, like, you are doing everything you can in your power to be a person of purpose, because we are purposeful people. Not only do we live on purpose intentionally, but we live on purpose because we breathe it. We are most alive when we are in our purpose. That's who we are. And the thing is, what happens is when you're living on purpose, sometimes your environment for no reason will just go haywire. I usually think that when there's a mess in my life happening, there's just something great on the other side. And also people don't like you progressing. They won't like you progressing. And they'll even lie about you guys. People of purpose are generally people that get a lot of people angry. Because generally there'd be integrity involved. And some people like it when you're stagnant. So what will happen is they'll even lie about you. I like to use a story of Joseph. Last week we did say not everybody needs to know what you're doing. Not everybody needs to know what you're doing. So Joseph tells his brothers about his dreams, about a bundle of wheat, and then other bundles bowing to the bundle and the stars. And the funny thing about those dreams is that Joseph never said his bundle was the one that they were bowing to. He never said his star was the one that they were bowing to. They interpreted it in that way. Sometimes people see that you are moving forward, and some people see where you're going. Sometimes even before you see, he was small. He wasn't saying, hey guys, I dreamt that all of you guys will bow before me. And they hated that. They hated that. And it's not even his fault that he was the father's favorite. So they put him in a ditch. They tear his robe. They put blood on it. People will lie about you just to try and stop you in your tracks. So this week, guys, let's remember that when drama arises and trouble arises, it's not always because we're on the wrong track. It's not always an attack. Sometimes you raba kash. Excuse me, that's trying to speak in tongues and not disrespecting the people that speak in tongues. And sometimes you're out there trying to cast out demons. Kanti, it's life just trying to get you strong. They say that strength comes from continually lifting the things that are meant to weigh you down. So life sometimes does that. It wants to make us stronger because we're going to a place where it needs a bit more strength, a bit more passion, a bit more vuma from us than what we already have. So not every attack is an attack. That's why it's important for us to discern. It says it's like Jonah. I love that story. It's very short in the Bible, but I like it. I like Bible stories because I don't know. They make a lot of sense to me when And so they send Jonah to Nineveh. Jonah runs away. He goes to Tarshish. He finds himself in a boat. He's hiking. Oh, whatever they call it with boats, and he's sleeping and a storm arises. And the people ask him, what have you done to your God? Because he knows exactly what's going on and that he was running away from his purpose and what he was sent to do, he doesn't even answer them. He says, throw me over the water. Because he knew that that storm arose because he was running away from his purpose. Sometimes the storms arise because you're running away from your purpose. Sometimes they arise just because you need to be stronger. Some people will be like, every new level has a new devil. I don't like calling it like that, but every new level of your life needs a new level of you. We continuously grow, guys. We will never reach the ceiling until we die. So, back on purpose, living on purpose. Don't be discouraged by the bad things that happen in your life. They're training you for greater. I love you guys. Have a blessed day.